Okay. I think she's working. Oh my gosh, hello. Okay. It works. Okay. Let me find a thing. Put this on the Instagram. Can people hear me? Mm-hmm. Yay. Okay. Let me share this. Ba-da-boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. Ba-da-boom, ba-da, boom, boom. Okay. All right. I've never done this before. Okay. This is so crazy. It's not actually that crazy, but okay. Wow. How is everyone? Oh my gosh. Um this feels so interesting. Um I've never done a live stream before. Well, actually that's a lie. Sorry. I did one live stream with my friend Noah. That was a fundraiser for Palestine, but I've never done one by myself. By myself, for myself. Oh, okay. So I was basically I've been working on a video. Um and if anyone, like, I'm seeing some people say that if you don't have anything to work on, feel free to have a craft, draw, I don't know, game, draw, write, game. You could clean. Sometimes I just like having someone be productive near me, so then I feel like I have to be productive also. Um, Hold on. Let me set up my little monitor. Where did that little window go? Okay. Um, so I have a whiteboard. I have a whiteboard with my plan, and I was gonna try to put it up, but there was nowhere. I was like trying to prop it up on the fan. I couldn't. I couldn't fit it anywhere. Um. Also, let me know if body doubling. So body doubling is basically this concept that if it's particularly for like neurodivergent people who have like ADHD or something like that, and it's like if you kind of that feeling of like having someone either looking over your shoulder or like doing something with someone. So if you think about like sitting down at your desk, like trying to do work on your own in your room, you've no like culpability or responsibility. It's a lot harder than if you're like in a library and like everybody else is working, so you kind of like take advantage of the pressure of like the peer pressure in order to do some work. And I like to FaceTime my friends sometimes. I've been FaceTiming one of my friends for the past like week or 2 weeks, and we will like FaceTime and work and then take breaks and watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City together. um, but he is busy. My codependent bestie, my codependent work bestie, is busy, and I was like trying to motivate myself because I'm kind of at a wall with this current script that I'm working on. And I was like, I'm trying to drum up some motivation, and it's hard, especially with the state of the world at the moment. It's tough. So I was like, what is more accountability than broadcasting myself live for all of you? And we can all hang out. I was thinking we could do like a little Pomodoro method, and like doing like 25 minutes, and I'll set a little like timer up on the screen, and we can do like 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. That's kind of what I was thinking. And so during those 25 minutes, we will, whatever you may be doing, you might be doing studying, I don't know, doing studying, you might be studying, you might be reading, doing something that you've been putting off, or doing something that you enjoy, whether it be The Sims or crafting or whatever. And yeah, I was thinking about maybe playing music, but I think, I don't know. What do we think? I think it might be better for people to like have their own music, and then you can just hear the ASMR of me typing. I have my mechanical keyboard that's obviously pink. Let me turn it off so I don't. So I thought we could have our ASMR typing, or maybe that's annoying. I don't know. So we can. It's a democracy. It's a dialogue. We can discuss. And then so we can work 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off ish. It's not super strict. And then during those little few minutes, we can chat if there's any questions or comments, concerns. If you're curious about anything in the work process, blah, 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 we can do that. So, yes. How long would I stream for? I'm not sure. I'm hoping a couple hours. I have I have food, I have drinks. I want to do it for a while, and I also think once we start doing the like 25 minutes, 5 minutes, blah blah blah, it's gonna speed by. So I feel like it'll be a few hours, but I've also never done this before, so we're gonna see. But I was also like, we can make this a regular thing. I think it'd be fun because I know whenever I talk about ADHD, autism, whatever in my videos, I always get a lot of comments from people saying that they also have it. And so, real recognizes real, and I think it could be, maybe a cute little space. I don't know. And like, it can be like we're doing a little productive thing, but also we don't need that capitalism brain rot. You can just be doing whatever. And if you just want to like hang out, because I guess that's what people do use Twitch for. I don't really know. I'm so unfamiliar with the live stream space. But that's okay. We'll discuss that another point. So I'm gonna set a timer for 25 minutes. What coffee is that? It is just an iced coffee. It's an iced coffee with oat milk. I popped some ice in a glass, made a little espresso shot, and poured some oat milk in. Yeah, I think we'll get into it, and we can work out any little kinks. If people are like, you don't like the sound of the typing, if we want music, we can all adapt. Sorry, my Australian New Zealand SAR is coming out. What am I doing? I'm working on a script. Nobody asked that. That was me to myself. I'm working on a script at the moment, but I've kind of hit a little bit of a roadblock with it. And so what I want to do for this first 25-minute chunk is read some research articles. So that is my task for the moment. I'm working on a video about Louis Theroux's documentaries on Israeli settlers, and I think that's also part of the reason why I kind of have a roadblock, because it's a very tough and tasking subject matter, as one might imagine. And so my task for this 25-minute block is reading some research articles that I have bookmarked. You choose your task, your hobby, and we will set a timer. Is there anything else we need to set up before we go? I don't think so. Okay. The Louis Theroux documentaries are fantastic. I love Louis. Let me set up everything here. And okay. And I have my timer. Where is she? Here she is. And we will set it. I've for 25 minutes, 25 seconds. Oh my god, Shakespeare! Oh god, okay, well, now I was just about to start working. Shania, I love you so much. I miss you. I was literally thinking of you last night. I can't remember why. But anyways, Hikwi, if you have work to do, I encourage you to join if you so desire. We are actually, you came in at the perfect point. It's gonna be our quiet time now. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you, Percival. Goodbye. If you are heading off to bed. Okay, so timer's on, and I'm gonna stop my chatting. And if the mouse / keyboard noises are annoying and we want them off, I will mute myself. If you like the ASMR, well, it's not gonna be ASMR, we're using that as a loose term, but if you like the sounds, we can keep it on. Thank you, Esther. I'm going to try not to look at the chat while we're working, but I know I'm going to, just in case people ask me to mute the stuff. Mute the keyboard, etc. Okay. I also know that I talked to myself a little bit, so apologies for that. Where are all the things I bookmarked? Hey, Cece. For anyone who has joined late, not late, obviously after it started, we are in our working phase. So we've 14 minutes left of working. This is it's flying by, isn't it, guys? Hello, Paramount. I'm working on my YouTube script, and we are body doubling. We have 10 minutes left in our timer. All right, everyone, we have 5 minutes before our first break. Okay. Hello, everyone. Our working time is currently up. It's our break time. Okay. So, for anyone who doesn't know, I set a little 25-minute countdown timer for our work/study time. And we're doing a little Pomodoro method thing. So now we are taking a little break. How is everyone? I see some things in the chat that I did not respond to while we were working because I tried not to talk too much to bother anyone. Okay, so the Palestine video, I was hoping for it to go up this weekend, but I'm still waiting on it. I'm working on it. Sorry, I'm working on it at the moment. And also, I am hoping to hear from Ahmed Matir, who the fundraiser for Palestine is going to. I'm hoping to hear from him, but now there is no internet in Gaza. Israel cut off internet in Gaza, so I haven't heard from him in the past day. And he said that he wanted to send me some things to use in video. So I haven't filmed it yet. I have a good bit of it written or partially drafted. That's actually what I'm working on at the Mo. I wanted to look at a couple of articles on the reception of Louis Theroux's documentaries. So that's what I was just reading. And yeah, so I was hoping for it to go up this weekend, but we will see. I think what is going to happen today is the script will be finished. I was gonna film today, but as I said, I'm hoping to hear back from Ahmed before I film, but I'm going to give it a day and see what situation is there, and if the internet is still cut off and if I haven't heard from him, I'm just going to film tomorrow. But yeah, it's also, I think this script has been tricky, as you can imagine, because it's tough. I've worked on a lot of kind of political, sociological, etc. videos, and some of them are about quite serious subject matter, but this one in particular, given that it's currently unfolding and just getting worse every day, it's quite tough, and then it's tricky. And I've been reading as well for some kind of extra information the book The 100 Years War on Palestine by Rashid Khalidi, and quite a dense book, and I'm trying to take my time with it so all the information can be processed in my head, and I can impart the information onto you. But okay, what else? Sorry, as a young person interested in studying film, your channel is a big inspiration. Your video essays on femininity and horror were a massive inspiration for my English portfolio. Sorry. Thank you. Femininity and horror, it's my specialty, man. I actually haven't made a video, have I? No, on femininity and horror in a while. The last one was the cannibalism one, but that was last year. God, the passage of time is crazy. Nice. We love to see people being productive and working, but also if you're not being productive and you're chilling, that's also cool. So nice maze. Chelsea Manning essay. I recently listened to a podcast about Julian Assange. I don't know if this is a common thing, but my brain always mixes up Julian Assange and Edward Snowden. So for a second I was who was it? Julian Assange. Thank you. Ogome? Is that how you say your name? Ogome? Sorry, I have my glasses, but I took them off. The Teen Mom video was quite fun. I liked doing it. It was something that I had in the works No, that's a lie. It's something that I thought about doing for a while, and it was on my list of just like video ideas, and I finally did it, and I think it turned out well. I liked it. Hello, Hemish, Seth, and Samantha. Hello. What was I gonna say? I forget. Oh yeah. So currently working on the Palestine Louis Theroux documentary video, and then upcoming videos. The one after that is going to be partially for all the viewers, partially for myself. I was like, I need a video that's not super intense, you know, politically, sociologically, research heavy, whatever. So after that, we're doing a retrospective on Divergent, on the film series, and I rewatched. Sorry, I'm looking because I literally have notes on the Divergent film series. I watched all 3 in one night with my bestie Richard, and yeah, so we're gonna make a fun. I'm gonna make a fun video on the Divergent films, and then maybe after that we'll do a book thing. People seem to be loving the book talk video, so I think maybe that's a sign to do more book videos in the future. I don't know. Valen, thank you. Hello, your work really inspires me to read more. I've been picking up books you recommend for a while. By the way, I'm at lunch break at work. Love from Uruguay. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. I learned Spanish. I did 1 year of Spanish in college. Estudio español en la universidad, pero olvido la majoridad. I don't know. I don't know the Spanish, man. Okay, so we've had our little break. I think I might add up on the screen because people have been asking what is going on. They come in there. What is this countdown? Also, do we want music? Do we mind the sound of the typing of the keyboard? Let me know. What do we think? For only 1 year, that was serviceable. Muchas gracias. I was like an intense year because I started studying a college course in Ireland. You have to like go in to college with like your kind of curriculum already like picked, or like your, what's it called in America, your major. You have to pick that like before you're going to college, and you can't really switch. It's not like you can like do different credits or modules or whatever. So I went into college studying European studies, which was French, Spanish, European history, and then social sciences with like an EU focus. I did it for a year, and I liked the languages part. I didn't like the rest, so I dropped out and switched to English and film. But yeah, so I did my 1 year of Spanish, but it was like an intense course where they were trying to make us catch up with the people who did Spanish in secondary school. So we were supposed to be like all integrated in the second year, and we were supposed to be like the people who'd done Spanish for 1 year were supposed to be the same level as people who did Spanish for like 6 or 7. It was kind of intense. It was kind of crazy. Self-love fish, doing yoga. I love yoga. I've been really into running lately. So, I love Spanish. Tiktologist. I think it was tough. Like the situation that we learned it in was quite intense, but it was fun. I liked Spanish. Okay, so work time. Work time. Can we see this? Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum-ba-dum. I might put on music, but I actually don't know how to put on music through OBS. So, maybe I won't. Let's put a drop shadow on her. Okay, work time. And then let's get our timer up. Where are we? Here. Okay. Break time. Okay. So we're going to go back to work in a few. I have our timer. She's not going yet, but she's ready to go. Should I try to find how to put music through this? Let me see. But I feel like I tried it before, and when I put my earphones in, things got messed up. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. What is everybody up to? What are we doing? Okay, let's see. Okay, I think we can do it. Okay. Let's see, if I put on some music, some smooth jazz, will you be able to hear that? You can hear it? Okay. Should I turn it down? Do we like it? I just found a smooth jazz DJ mix. Cozy vibes. It's just starting. Let's see if we like it. Wow. Clean house. We love to see it. Make some lunch. Okay. Do we like this? Do we want something else? It's very quiet. Okay. I turned it up. Samantha asked, how do you not procrastinate when writing video essays? How long does it take you to write the script? Girl, I do procrastinate. That is why I'm live streaming right now, because I need to hold myself accountable, and I could not drum up motivation, so I had to take my ADHD pills, sit, and live broadcast to get some accountability. How long does it take me to write the script? That varies. It depends. Sometimes, sorry, maybe this for 2 seconds while I answer this question, because I can't concentrate while I talk. While I listen to talk. How long does it take me to write a script? It really depends on the topic. Especially like the research heavy ones take longer. I think it's stuff where I kind of like chip away at it, and I'll have kind of drafts of like paragraphs or whatever. So it's kind of like an ongoing process. But then once I finally like sit down to write a script, and I'm just writing, and like I've done the researching, done everything, blah, 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 I'd say that part probably takes like 2-3 days to have like get a finalized script. Maybe 2 days of like solid writing, but it's kind of a long process of implementing or like drafting along the way, if that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Hey, Bridget. Okay, so I will keep the music at this level, and I will start our 25-minute work timer.
remember me and my brother Bob's went to Federal with my dad. And he loved music too, so I listened to a lot of island music as well as classical blues, soul, a number of different genres of music. And music really continued in the house. I love jazz, and I love piano, so that's why I started playing progressive.
We swing like a pendulum, back and forth until we throw and then we run again. And there's no need to fight the feeling.
Hello. It is break time. Which one is the... Okay. Music is paused. How is everyone? Oof. Did we have a very productive 25 minutes? / chill 25 minutes? I don't know. I put on a jumper, but now I immediately kind of started regretting it. I was also like, I can't believe we've been streaming for 74 minutes. Wow, time really flies. The 25 minutes, they really zoom. I think I need to mute my phone. Oh crap. Okay. Sumyajyoti Mukherjee. Mukherjee. Sumyajyoti Mukherjee. Sorry. One last work article. Man, it's the last work article and then it is the weekend. Bridget, got a lot done. What were you doing? What is everybody up to while we are on our work time? Our work time. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to move the laptop. Man, streaming is quite fun. I'm like, now I understand why people do this. Well, I guess to be fair, I'm not really doing much, am I? But I feel like it's fun. It's like we're just hanging out. Like it's a little like virtual space where 40 of us are just working away. I also, you know what was great? Sorry, I'm moving the microphone a lot. You know what was great as well was that before I started, I was like, well, sorry. Oh yeah. Before I started, I was like, well, I can't have a messy room. So it was a motivation to clean my room as well. Okay. I accidentally disconnected my laptop thing. Anyways, afternoon nap. Oh girl, I have an afternoon nap. Well, I actually used to have a lot more afternoon naps, and then I just started sleeping in late. And then here we are. Been really into running lately. It's been my new personality trait that I've adopted, and it's been quite fun. It's crazy. I was saying this to one of my friends. I was like, it's crazy. They always say like exercise is good for you. Exercise helps. And then you exercise and you're like, oh, yeah, okay, I guess we're right. I guess it does help. I was just typing up notes that I had written on the documentaries as I watched them. And hey Alexis. Hey girl. I was writing up notes on the documentaries and some ideas. Is that? Oh yeah, and I transferred over notes from the 100 Years War in Palestine by Rashid Khalidi. And you know, we're always learning. We're always in a process of learning. Yeah, I had basically not consistently exercised in years. I don't know how long, but then this year, I don't know if it was something to do with like the frontal lobe developing, even though I am 27, but this was when I was 26. I don't know, maybe it was a year late, but I was like, I feel like I should move my body because I don't do that. And I started running, and now it's fun. I go to a park and I run around, and bada bing bada boom. And today I went for a run, and there were loads of other runners, and I was like, wow, we're all friends here. Man, what was I gonna do? No, that's fine. Okay, so actual work? What is your actual work, Greta? I was saying actual work like that because you capitalized both. Sorry, you literally wrote it right after, and my eyes completely brushed over. Building internal processes for work. Is that coding? Software engineering? Yeah. I'm not a STEM girly. I'm not a corporate girly either. I have STEM kids in my family though, so. How did everyone like the music? I think it was fine. I feel like we might find something else for the next one. How are all the volumes of everything? How is everybody feeling on this beautiful Friday Eve? How is morale? I was also thinking, well, because obviously STEM girly. I'm a STEM girly. I literally, where am I? I have a tangle and a little squeezy ball. So I am a STEM girly. Processing documents and data entry. How is that? Is it the kind of work where it's like kind of mindless and you're just like trudging through it? Or is it, okay, talking is only coming through left? Okay. Oh. Is it only coming through the left for everyone? Yeah, I think I had the music volume up a bit more. Let's see. Is it only coming through the left for everyone? The mic? Mono. Oh. There's like a gain on it. Sorry. Okay. I think, is it mono now? Maybe that's too loud as well. I don't know. I realized there was a... Oh, wait. Now it should be mono. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. I think I fixed it. Okay, sorry. We are... Okay, nice. Sorry, I didn't realize that. It's teething problems. This is baby's first dream. Okay. Amazing. Ba ba ba. Okay. What was I just talking about? Forget. Elkman, glad you liking the stream. Pocket locket, that's fun. Thank you, Elkman. Was that Elkman who told it? Yeah, Elkman. Thank you. Okay. I was also thinking, I don't know how people would feel about this, but after working for a while, maybe once we hit the 2-hour mark-ish, we could change it to like a hanging out stream, a chilled stream, and we just chat and hang out. I don't know. We'll see. Also see how I'm doing on the social battery. But this is quite fun. I'm trying to decide if I'm hungry or not. Also, like, I understand why people game and chat like this. It seems fun. Anyways, what else do I have to tell you guys? Works in progress are the current video in Palestine, the documentaries. After that, we have a Divergent retrospective on the films. I thought about reading the books, but I think it was more fun watching the films, having not reread the books and like having not read them since I was a teenager, because then you really get to assess the quality of the film, you know, as it's one entity. After that, I'm thinking of doing a video on MTV's My Super Sweet 16, because I kind of had this like thought. I was like, I feel like we could title it something like, oh, My Super Sweet 16 was designed to like humiliate teen girls or something, because I feel like, and I actually have not gone back and watched any of it yet at all. It's just something that's like in the pipeline. I feel like it really just like, from my memory, it was just really like making fun of these teen girls, these children, basically, essentially, who are the products of like their upbringing, who are spoiled by their parents, and yet it was always like framed around their meltdowns and like framing them as spoiled brats, but not actually criticizing the people who did the spoiling. I don't know. That's my thought. Do I have a little break time thing up? Where's that little break time? There's a break time. I kind of have to pee. Divergent was the one with Shailene Woodley, where it was they were split into factions. It was the Dauntless, Amity, Erudite, Abnegation, Dauntless, Erudite. Oh, Candor. No, Candor. What's that word? Candor. Yeah. And they do like the personality tests, and they're separated as to whether they're like honest or smart or fearless, and that was the gimmick. It was crazy. And watching it all these years later, it was an experience. So, Plane of Action. I'm thinking, can I have to pee? So I'm gonna have a pee, and then, sorry, I got distracted. My dad just sent me a picture of his potatoes that he's growing. So, it sounds very stereotypically Irish. He actually just planted them for the first time, so he's very excited. Divergent, Harry Potter / Hunger Games, literally, yeah. It's like instead of Hufflepuff, it is Amity, and instead of Ravenclaw, it is Erudite, and instead of Gryffindor, it is Dauntless. It's kind of like that. Hello, Tomum. Why did I say Tomum? Tomum. Tomum makes me think of, were the things in Mario called Bob-ombs? Bob-ombs, maybe? Bob-ombs? Is that what it was? And then there was like a mini game in the Super Mario Brothers that was like Bob-omb Blast or something, and you had to like separate the red and the black Bob-ombs. Does that ring a bell for anyone? Anyways, so plan. Gonna pee super quickly, very fast, and then come back and work. I feel like it is. What do I have to do? I have to finish typing up my notes, and then I should have notes. Oh, do you know where they are? I have some notes that were handwritten, and I was like, where are the rest of them? I thought I lost the pages, but I think they're in my notes app. So yeah, then we come back, write up. I'm gonna write up the rest of my notes. You guys are gonna do whatever you are doing, and I hope you are enjoying. Louis, where's my Louis note here? Oh my god, I came up with a great comparison for Louis Theroux. I was like, his weird weekends and a lot of his documentaries, I'm like, these feel like more serious Nathan Fielder like documentaries. Anyways, so yeah, I think maybe one more round of work break, and then I think I'm kind of getting hungry. Sorry, why did that come out as baby talk? Ew. Kind of getting hungry. Maybe eat a little, but I can't decide whether I want to. Will we do a mukbang situation? Will we chat, or will I leave you? Sorry, I hear people outside and I don't know what they're doing. They're making loads of noise, anyways. Yeah. What do we think about having a chill stream after this? We'll see. Let me know. And also, brainstorm. If anyone has any comments, questions, concerns, please put them in the chat. I'm going to change. Will I change the text? Change the text. Where did this go? Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. Gone to pee. Okay. BRB. And we're back. See what that was so fast. Speedy Gonzalez. Nuka-Cola pen. Nuka-Cola pen from Fallout. I don't know what that is. Nuka-Cola pen. Oh, that's fun. I've never played Fallout. But it seems fun. Okay. Let me change this. Pomodoro timers. Does that spell right? Pomodoro. Pomodoro. Okay. So we will do one last hoorah, one last work session, and then maybe we'll chill. We shall see. Work time. Where's my here? Okay. Oops. I'm not going to pee anymore. I'm back. Let's change it. Okay. Where'd it go? Okay. Arts and crafts. That's fun. Arts and crafts. Sorry, what I lost. Oh yeah, chill stream. Nuka-Cola. We on this grind. After the work session, you're doing strength training. Strength training. Okay, I'm starting the timer. Oh, let's find some music. Bum ba dum bum. I found something that seemed fun for music, so let's see. like a Nintendo mix, I think. Do you like it? I could also change it. But isn't it kind of fun? I feel like it reminds me of. I think it's fun actually. Oh, it says it's from the Nintendo 3DS camera. This is the soundtrack, I guess. Alright. I think with that Wii menu music, it's kind of a good time to call our break. Because we had 10 seconds anyways. What a productive little time. I wrote a bunch. Okay. Ooh, book recommendations. Yeah. What do you like? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Classics, historical fiction, contemporaries. The Neapolitan Quartet by Elena Ferrante is fantastic. Like is set in Naples. It's like 4 books. And they track like this pair of female friends for over like 50 years, and it like goes into the politics in Italy at the time and everything. Great books. I think I'm gonna reread them this summer. What else? Classics, historical fiction. Frankenstein is great. Dracula are like some of my favorite classics. Dracula is so good. But also, I don't know, if summertime, I'm a very mood-based reader. So I feel like, let me turn off the work time thing. So I don't know if, Carmilla. Actually, I haven't read Carmilla yet. I want to. What else? Classics, historical fiction. What are there? I'm so bad at. Oh, Ursula K. Le Guin. I'm not sure how you say her name. She is on my to be read list. She's literally like, I was thinking about maybe reading one of her books as one of my next books. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Did I turn off the music? I did. Bum bum bum. Let me look at my. Sometimes, and people ask me on the book talk, deep dive into the worst books of book talk video, if I have a Goodreads. I do, but I don't have a. Oh, sorry, I just got like an electric shock. I don't have a public. I have like 5 friends on there, and they're my friends. Let me think of. So I don't reshare it. I'm not just on my phone, I'm looking at. Oh, a great book that is actually nonfiction but reads like fiction is The Wager by David Gran. It's about the subtitle is A Tale of Shipwreck, Mutiny, and Murder. And it's actually, I think it's one of my faves. It's like about this British ship that is what in 1700s that are like tasked. They're like one of the British Royal Navy. That's it, the Royal Navy ship that's tasked with like intercepting a Spanish brigade that is like carrying gold, and then they shipwreck, and then there's conflicting tales as to what happened. Anyways, The Wager by David Gran, great book. I think he also wrote Killers of the Flower Moon. Was it him? I think it was him. Yes, he did. Killers of the Flower Moon, which I have not read, but that's also a great book, and I recommend. What else? Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. Also, what was the other book that she wrote that I really liked? Sea of Tranquility. I really liked. They both take place off like different time periods, so really recommend. Octavia Butler, I've never read. I don't think. Let me check. Have I? Sorry, I'm just humming. I'm gonna change the chill and hang out with me. I don't think I've ever read any Octavia Butler. Let me see, have I? No, I have not. Let me add that to my list. Cassandra at the Wedding. Never heard of it. Normal People. I like Normal People. It's so divisive. Sally Rooney, she is a divisive author. I like her. Franny and Zooey. I really need to read it. I bought that recently. And I know it's really short, and like a little short book could be fun. Let me take off the break time. Text. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. The fan behind me is kind of ruining the aesthetic, isn't it? Should I move it? Uno momento, por favor. ¿Dónde está? ¿Esto? No, esto. Okay. And back. Oh, you can still see it. Ugh, whatever. I feel like that looks better. Neuromancer, Sprawl Trilogy. I'm not really a fantasy girly. I enjoy fantasy, but I feel like the thing is that I was definitely a fantasy girly when I was younger. Like, yeah, but I feel like now, because so many fantasies are series, it's hard to kind of make time for, because you're like, oh, I'm not just locking into one book, I'm locking into a series, and it's quite a commitment. But then again, the Neapolitan Quartet are some of my favorite books, and they are 4 books. Okay, let me save my thing. Okay, my script is currently at 1900 words. That's without things that I've half drafted, so we're all right. I feel like my brain is kind of dead for the mo. Should I? Yeah, I'm going to take you off. Okay. Gibson, Neuromancer. Okie doke. We add our Gibson, Neuromancer. So how's everybody doing? Science fiction. SFF. Is that science fiction fantasy? Light Brigade. I feel like I've heard of the Light Brigade. Neuromancer. Neuromancer has a cool cover. Speculative. Oh, I never knew that was what it was called. Speculative fiction. I didn't know that was a little acronym. So how is everyone doing? Did we all have a productive little time? Did we craft? Did we art? Did we write? Did we clean? Did we work? Did we study? Did we dare? Did we dream? I wrote a good bit of my script. I fleshed out some notes. I might close this. Yeah. I know it's a little dark, but I feel like that feels better. Should I change? No. The script is coming along well for the Palestine video. Yeah. I feel like understandably this one's taken, I think, more emotional energy to write. I found it harder to sit down to write this one, but also I've been having some like random health issues over the past 2 weeks. So anyways, blind sight. Not for everyone. Questioning the idea of free will. Okay. I feel like most of the time I will kind of take on any recommendations as long as they're not like this person writes women or minorities something really horribly, you know? I feel like I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to recommendations. And Alex E. Harrow. And others now focus on serious word. Interesting. Alex E. Harrow. I know this is completely the opposite of what we were talking about. Alex E. Harrow. Any particular book, Greta, that I should read? The first one that comes up is The 10,000 Doors of January. Is that the best one? Starling House? I don't know. But this is completely the opposite of what we are talking about now. But I recently started watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which has been a great way to turn the brain off. But also they are rich texts sociologically, emotionally. Two of my best friends separately recommended that I watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City in the same week. Like, I FaceTimed them both and they were both like, you need to watch this. It is the best show in the world. So I take their opinions very seriously. I value their opinions and they're very smart. And I was like, if you say that I will enjoy the show, I will probably enjoy the show. So I had never watched a Real Housewives before, ever. I think I saw one episode that was on in the background in a COVID fugue, but did not know anything about what was going on and was not engaged with it. And so I started watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and something about the Real Housewives franchise in general, I was like, I don't know if I'm really going to find it entertaining watching these rich women fight. And yet there is something so entertaining about watching these rich women fight. And the Salt Lake City Real Housewives has so many religious elements to it because Mormonism. And it's so dramatic because I'm only on the second season. I'm a little over halfway through the second season. And there are two characters who are quite big standouts. One of them is, did you guys just see balloons? What? It's the Apple React thing? How did I get the balloons up? Oh my god, there they go again. Anyway, I am halfway through season 2 of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and there are two standout characters in it. One of them is Jen Shaw, who is arrested by Homeland Security, halfway through the second season, for fraud, for like millions of dollars worth of fraud. I think defrauding old people specifically. And another great standout character is Miriam Cosby, who married her step grandfather and runs a cult. She says it's not a cult. She says it's just her church. It is very clearly a cult. Anyways, I've been finding it really interesting and I've been watching it a lot. And I honestly think I am going to text my bestie right now, who I watch it with. We FaceTime and watch it. Because also I feel like reality TV, you can't, it's okay to watch it on your own, but it's never as fun as like watching it with a group, you know. It's the type of genre that is designed to be dissected and discussed. So I FaceTime my friend and we watch Real Housewives. We sync up our streams, go 1, 2, 3 play, and we watch Real Housewives together. Okay. Oh yeah, sorry, Greta, you said 10,000 Doors of January and Starling House. Okay, let me add 10,000 Doors of January to my TBR. You said, Ellen, would you ever do a video essay about the fantasy of old money aesthetics and how, for example, it is romanticized in America more than England, a country that's driven by the class system? I feel like Jordan Teresa made a video about old money glamour, but I could be wrong. She's definitely talked about it in something, but I don't know. I mean, I didn't grow up in England or America, except for like a couple years I lived in America when I was like a barely sentient being. So I don't know, maybe that'd be better because I have an outside perspective, but I don't know. I feel like if I were to, it would be by like looking at some kind of particular media, like maybe I know that, like, say, you know, the way that like Saltburn and Succession and stuff show these rich characters being miserable could be interesting, maybe something like that, but it's not something that I've thought of. Like it's like I've thought of this as a topic of interest in general, but I've never thought about making a video essay on it. I don't think. I don't know, I feel like I would have to learn a lot about like the English. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. I feel like a lot of times when I write video essays, I research so much because I want to have like all the information that I can possibly accrue before I start writing, which was the same in college. I would like research for weeks and make sure that I'd read like every single research article on a particular book or film or whatever before I started writing. And I feel like if I started diving into old money, I know I'd go down so many research rabbit holes, and I think I would need a very specific lens going into it before I started researching. Writing a tragedy novel. Oh, that's not going well. That's tragedy in itself, isn't it? Inheritocracy. That sounds interesting. I have all of the Succession scripts that I want to read. I think I've read some of the first season. What'd you say? Inheritocracy. Let me add that to my Goodreads. Inheritocracy. It's time to talk about the Bank of Mom and Dad. Interesting. Eliza Philby. Oh, my Goodreads app has crashed. It's the worst app in the world. Why has Goodreads never updated their app? I think I've used it on and off for, how old am I? Over 10 years, probably 12 years. And I literally think it has been the same the entire time. The website and the app are so terrible. And I know there's also Storygraph, and I've tried using Storygraph before, but part of the reason I like Goodreads is because I just have friends on it, and so all my friends use that and nobody uses Storygraph. Unfortunately. Because I also know Amazon bought it. Mr. Bezos. Yeah. Anybody? I think I might leave in like 20 minutes. So. Oh wait, sorry. Need to respond. That's so, but I maybe we'll do another live stream tomorrow. We'll see. I think this has been fun. I mean, it helped me. I hope it has helped you. And also, I've just never done a live stream before, and I think this kind of format is nice because it takes away some of the pressure of like having to sit down and entertain people. And I'm also like, this is quite fun. Maybe I will be streaming in the future. Maybe I will pop on here, play The Sims. I don't know. It could be fun. And it's nice as well to like have this kind of real-time connection with people instead of just putting up a video or a post like twice a month and then like seeing people in the comments, chatting to people in the comments. It's nice, you know? I'm understanding more and more why people stream. Not that I didn't understand to begin with, but yeah, I'm gonna leave in 20 minutes. So at 7:20 my time, or it is 7:01 currently my time. So at 20 whatever hour it is where you are, we will be ending the stream. So we've been gone for 2 hours and 17 minutes. That's crazy. This time flew by. So yeah, you have 19 minutes to to suggest, comment, question, anything. If you have any questions about any previous videos, if you have any questions about any current or future videos, or the video process, I did vlog a couple times of my research process, etc. So I don't know if you have seen them or if anybody has any comments, questions, concerns. Until then, I'll just keep talking about myself, I guess. Have you read Small Things Like These? Have I read Small Things Like These? Yes, I have. I've read... Oh, 11:30. What time zone are you in? 4.5 hours. Where did they do half hours? Is it India that they do half-hour time zones? Did I make that up? Small Things Like These, I have... Yes, okay. I have read it, but it was quite a long time ago. I really enjoyed it. And I want to see the film, but I just haven't seen it yet. Small Things Like These... Claire Keegan. Have I read anything else? I feel like I've read another book by her. I think Small Things Like These is really good, but you kind of need the context of what the Magdalene laundries are before you read it. Does that make sense? Like, you need to kind of just literally watch like a YouTube video on mother and baby homes in Ireland, because the style of the book is very much kind of like subtextual, like what is going on in the community that people aren't talking about, like these things that are being brushed under the rug, blah blah blah. So I feel like it'd be handy to like just know that. Like, I obviously knew it as an Irish person, but I think if I didn't have that knowledge, it might be a little bit confusing. But I would recommend it. It's also very short. I think it might be like 100 pages, give or take. I've not read the book Fraud Squad. Shall I look it up? Fraud Squad. Fraud Squad. Kyla Zhao? No, I haven't. Working class woman infiltrates Singapore's high society. That seems fun. I don't think I've ever read a book in Singapore. Have I? Sorry, I don't know why I'm asking you. Singapore, I don't think I've ever read a book in Singapore. Maybe that will be my first one. Let me tilt you down a little. Bada bing, bada boom. Sorry, I feel like I've said bada bing, bada boom a lot. Do you guys like my on-air sign? Should I... Do you know what do you know what I should like commission? Is an on-air sign, but it's E father I-R as in air, as in era Ireland. Wow, I need to write that down. Someone copyright that before. On air. Sorry, that was a genius brainer. Do you know what's something interesting? And it's the only gripe, literally the only gripe that I have with The 100 Years War on Palestine by Rishi Khalidi is that they spelt Dáil Éireann wrong, which is the Irish Parliament. They spelled it wrong in the book. Tough. The only thing that is wrong with that book. Well, so far, I actually haven't finished it. I have less than 100 pages left. It's quite dense, as you can imagine. But I've also been watching lectures of the author Rishi Khalidi, as he has spoken. Fraud Squad, it seems fun. I'm going on holidays in 2 weeks. No, less than 2 weeks actually. So I need some like holiday reads. I'm thinking of bringing the Caroline incident. Is that what it's called? It's on my stack of books over there. The Caroline, no, not the Car. Is it the Caroline? By Caroline O'Donoghue? The Rachel incident, I think it is, by Caroline O'Donoghue. My housemate / friend just read it and said it was good and said it would be a good like holiday read. So I'm gonna bring that, I think. I want to reread the Neapolitan Quartet, but I'm not sure if I want to lock in for 4 books just yet. But it does feel like it's very much a summer books to read. You know, they're set in Italy, and I read them 2 years ago. And I remember, like, it's set in Italy, and the Neapolitan Quartet by Elena Ferrante are some of the most immersive books I have ever read in my life, and I love them. And I was literally lying on my bed, that bed right there. Actually, it was a different bed frame, sorry. I was lying on my bed, reading the Elena Ferrante Neapolitan Quartet, and I heard, my windows were open, it was summer, and I heard, like, people speaking, and, you know, they were speaking English, they were speaking in Dublin accents, and I was like, why are there, like, Irish people here? I'm in Italy. Crazy. And it literally took, like, 2 seconds for me to be like, I'm actually not in Italy, I'm reading a book set in Italy. It's so immersive. Insane. Holiday reads Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. I read Barbary Station. I'm adding all of these to my goooo reads. Barbary Station, Sword Heart. I don't know whether I want to. I've been reading nonfiction as of late, actually mainly just for research for the Palestine video. I read Louis Theroux's autobiography, Gotta Get Through This, and it was great. I read it / listened to the audiobook because Louis Theroux narrates the audiobook, and there's something different when, like, I think especially with like a biography or something where it's like someone literally like telling their own story, when an author narrates their own book, it's quite fun. So I was listening to Louis as I was like driving up and down Ireland. And now, since I'm reading The 100 Years War on Palestine, it's been quite a nonfiction book. Any other books on Palestine I recommend? Honestly, I haven't read that many. I think most of the information that I've gotten has been through like watching things, listening to podcasts, and like reading information online. This is the first nonfiction book that is completely about Palestine that I sat down to read, because I think this has been the one that was most kind of recommended online. But there is I've read other books that are nonfiction that have like information or discussions around Palestine in them, but they aren't like solely focused on Palestine. Naomi Klein's Doppelganger is one book that has a couple chapters on Palestine. She is a fantastic author. She's written books on like the internet, and like the kind of like brand / like personal identity online, and she's written books on climate change and socialism, etc. But her book Doppelganger is great. I've recommended it in a couple of videos, I think, and it's like about her, who's like a very left-wing activist writer, comparing herself with what she calls like her doppelganger, her like dark mirror, who is Naomi Wolf, who is a conspiracy theorist who's known for like having one spin, quite a like white feminist, like second wave feminist, who wrote The Beauty Myth, but then now she is like an alt-right conspiracy theorist. So she kind of like goes through different issues as with that as like a framing of kind of like anti-vax theories, like the belief that vaccines cause autism, like QAnon, etc. And then towards the end of the novel, she extends that to be like that like doppelganger motif kind of framework to look at Israel and Palestine. And she kind of reflects on her upbringing as a Jewish woman and like the indoctrination into like Zionist ideology. And one thing that like I think of really often that Naomi Klein wrote was about how the like I think in Hebrew school when she was growing up, the like they obviously learned about the Holocaust, etc. And the way that that was kind of weaponized as justification for Zionism, and like how I think the thing that I think of most frequently is that like they learned from their genocide, like Zionists learned from their genocide to like not have the message or the lesson like never again will genocide happen, but like never again will it happen to us, because they go on to perpetrate genocide. So that has really stuck with me, and I think it might only be like 2 or 3 chapters, but they're just fantastic. That was actually the first book that I've read by her. I need to read more. I like reading nonfiction, but I feel like I really need to be in the space to read nonfiction, especially like more political, like historical ones, because cultural ones I think are a bit easier. Especially ones that have more like first person perspectives or like an autobiography, because they have that kind of like straightforward narrative, whereas more like historical, political, sociological books, they require a bit more brain power, I feel like I'm gonna burp, excuse me. I need to have a little drink of water. My throat this happens when I film as well. As I go on, just from talking so much, by the end of it, I sound like I'm like a hardcore smoker because I'm like my vocal cords get fried. Hmm. Okay. A asked, do you think originality exists anymore? Why do artists like excuse me, Sabrina Carpenter use homages and references more than creating their own personal style and trends, or is everything already done? I mean, yes, I think originality exists, but I think we feel like it doesn't exist because we are like just so saturated at all times, and like you can go onto like any like hashtag or whatever and just see things like just repeated over and over and over again, and like people co-opting certain elements for like aesthetics, whatever. So kind of feels like people are just being products of these like microtrends or whatever, but like that has been happening for, I don't know, as long as culture has existed. If you think about like just in cultures, people are all gonna wear the same things because of like, I don't know, functionality or just access. And then, as we go on with media, people are just gonna imitate what they see. And like now social media is a lot more saturated and bigger. So globalization, yeah, whatever. Sorry, I feel like my brain is kind of dying. But I feel like it might feel like originality is dead, but I don't think it is. And like especially with like new technologies and everything, like we're only going to see more experimentation with form, as we'll see more conformity, but also you're going to see the pushback to that conformity, anyways. Why do artists use homages? Well, I mean, I feel like part of the like homage and reference could just be the like cyclical nature of fashion at the moment, and like the nostalgia, like capitalizing on nostalgia, and Also, maybe like the way that she will kind of reference this like pinup style, even though she will incorporate trends, maybe that's her way of like setting her, like, you know, it's a clever like branding thing of like she is the artist who you know, wears kind of like lingerie-esque things and like pinup things, whereas she's not maybe wearing like the current trends on stage, you know what I mean? So maybe that's her way of actually like setting herself apart from trends. And also like because we see trends cycle through so quickly now, things will be dated very quickly, so maybe having like a kind of nostalgia or like referential style like eliminates the risk of something becoming like dated really quickly or whatever. I don't know. But also art is always referential, you know, because you're always gonna be referring back to art that you like or like art that you learned from, you know, like if you are writing a vampire novel, you're inherently going to be referencing Dracula and like vampire myths, you know, just because of the genre. So I feel like a lot of art is referential or like in style. If you're writing in a modernist style, you're referencing modernism. If you're writing in a, if you're trying to set yourself apart from that, then you're, you know, you're still referencing, you know. So art is all just conversations. You know, does that make sense? I feel like these are big questions for after having like worked like concentrated for 2.5 hours. So I hope it makes sense. The narrative structures perpetuate. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess you can boil things down to formulas, but it's like, what do you do with that formula? That is where their originality might lie. You know, you can write a romance plot, but maybe it's going to be between an alien and a cyborg, and maybe that's where the originality is going to be. Or maybe it's like, or like Her is the film, like the Spike Jonze film is a romance plot, but it's between a guy and an AI computer, you know? So it might seem like formulaic, but there can be originality in it, you know? But even with that, there's going to be like, I feel like you can just keep stripping layers and there'll be so many references and you know, I don't know. I feel like I don't think it's a bad thing to be referential, because so much of art is just references and conversations with other people, or other artists or other styles, or yeah. Mark Fisher's The Slow Cancellation of the Future talks about this. Oh, interesting. The slow cancellation of the future. Pastiche. Yes, pastiche. Transforms throughout time and mostly because familiarity is just more appealing to many. Yeah, that's so high. Hey. Yeah, pastiche and parody. I mean, they're also like, there probably are super original, off the beaten path kinds of art, but we're probably just not seeing them, you know, like, because things that are super out of left field are gonna resonate with less people, or just aren't gonna gain traction, or you know. Anyways, I think I'm going to pop off. I am hungry for my dinner, and I'm gonna watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So thank you all for hanging out, whether you were here for 2 minutes or 2 hours. It's been quite fun. And yeah, maybe we'll do this again tomorrow. Or maybe we'll, I don't know, get a game in stream? Who knows? Maybe before I go, I'll ask, does anybody... obviously, we're going to keep things on YouTube live for now, because that's just what makes sense. But do people tend to watch things on Twitch? Or are we just in this live because maybe you're a subscriber of me? I'm going to give you a couple minutes. I don't know what the lag and stuff is, so we'll give people a couple minutes. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. What time time is it? 20 past 7. Okay. Good day. YouTube better than Twitch. Okay. I'm glad you had a good day or a good time. I feel like reading the chat really has made me like realize that sometimes I have trouble with not like reading. Do you know when you read things and it's like when you're in class and you have to read things out loud? Sorry, my brain's like shutting down. But okay, we'll keep it on YouTube. Thank you all for hanging out. I hope you all have a lovely Friday Eve and Saturday and Sunday and week. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe not. We'll see. I think it could be fun, but it depends on if I finish the script early and then end up just like filming. We shall see. But good evening, good night, good day, and thank you for being here. Okay, bye.